Welcome to our dynamic flow session. So it's nice and stormy here, so there's good energy in the air. We've cleared out all that heavy pressure. So we'll try and move quite quickly through our flow sequence today and get again to the floor so we can do some more seated postures. So we'll begin in our child's pose, so knees as wide as the mat, and we'll get going. So knees as wide as the mat, so wide-kneed child's posture, big toes touching. And let's take a moment to settle back. So we're reaching our buttocks towards our heels. So I don't quite meet, but that's okay. Arms extended in front of you, fingers are spread, middle finger pointing directly forward. And when you feel ready, bringing the forehead to the mat. And let's come to the breath. So the gentle rise and fall of the whole body. And with each exhale, let's see if we can let go a little bit more into the support of the earth. Giving ourselves completely to this posture. And let's get going. So our next inhale, we're going to walk our hands over to the right side. Till you find the stretch all the way from the left little finger to the left hip crease. And then if you wish, you can creep the left fingers forward just 0.5 centimeter like a caterpillar. Just open your left side a touch more. And we'll breathe deeply into the left side. One more deep inhale, exhale here. And our next inhale, let's walk back through center and over to the left. Again, finding the stretch. Right little finger to the right hip crease, and then creep that right hand forward just 1 centimeter if you wish. And breathe deeply to the whole of the right side. One more deep inhale, exhale here. And then hands back to center. We'll energize the arms this time, so the elbows are lifted, draw the shoulder blades down the back. So you can press slightly into the hands and ease the hips a little more towards the heels. See how you can lengthen your spine here. And let's start our flow. Our next inhale, we're going to float up in one piece, coming to a tabletop. So we're going to start moving now. If this is your first flow class, we're going to do lots of the same postures, but we're going to move in and out of them repeatedly. So we're ready to go. Inhaling, cow and cats, drop the belly, drop the chest. Looking forwards, and exhale, rounding up into the spine. Taking this at your own pace. So we all have different capacities. And also on different days, we'll have more or less space for our breath. Mobilizing the spine. And just one more of each. And calming back neutral. And then we're going to take head to tail, so lateral movement. We're going to move the head to the tail to the left side. Inhale, center. Head to tail to the right. So we're shortening the right side. It's a slight crunch. Exhaling to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center, using the tummy. Exhale, left. So this is the last time each way. Exhale, right. Coming back neutral. So we're going to join both of those movements together now. So inhaling, drop the belly, drop the chest. Now send the head to the tail to the right side and come from there into cat. And we continue that circle. So the head to tail on the left. And then cow. And keep rolling. So the spine is moving like a skipping rope. And don't worry too much if you're finding this tricky, so long as you're wiggling the spine in some way that's not painful, you're doing yoga. And next time to cat, we're going to reverse the other way. Next time we arrive in cat, take a pause and finding our neutral spine once more. So we're going to take our twisting scoops here. So pressing into the left hand, we're going to inhale, sweep the right arm open. And exhale, reach under the body as far as you can. But then on the inhale, we uncurl again, so we don't pause. And exhale, reach under the body. So you're really working the shoulder blades here. Inhale, uncurl. And hold the tummy up. 2 more of these. Inhale, uncurl. Exhale, reaching through. Inhale, uncurl. And placing the right hand down. Coming for the left. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, under the body. Reach as far as you can. And with your breath. Last one, inhale. And then placing the hand back to the mat. So now looking down to where the palms are, we'll find neutral spine to begin. And then we're going to place the elbows where the heel of the hand was. So both elbows are down, and then we're taking the forearms parallel to the edges of the mat, middle finger pointing directly forward. So you're sticking your bum out here. We take a deep inhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back. And then let's send our hips towards the heels. Keep the shoulder blades moving down the back. If the shoulders start to hunch, come up a touch. And don't let the elbows pop out sideways. They're going to try and open out. So this is our work. And we're trying to breathe up between the shoulder blades. And see with each exhale if you can draw the hips a little further back. You can drop the head if that's more comfortable. Otherwise, keep gazing between the hands. We'll take one more deep inhale, exhale, sitting back. And inhaling back up to tabletop. So find our hands under the shoulders again. We'll take another cow and cat. So inhale, drop the belly, drop the chest, look forward. And now as we round up into our cat posture, we're going to pause for 2 or 3 breaths. Take a wriggle side to side, stretch those shoulder blades out. I always say shoulder blades. I mean the muscles around the shoulder blades. Wow. Wonderful. Finding our neutral spine once more. We're going to inhale to lean forward, tuck the toes, and as we exhale, send those hips high. And we're walking through our dog. Just bend one knee, then the other. You can sway the hips, take your stance wide, whatever works for you. And connecting to the breath. Keep it nice and fluid and long. So we don't want to create tension around the diaphragm. Wonderful. So you can stay in your downward dog as we come to rest. Otherwise, if you'd like to come to dolphin posture again, dropping the elbows to the floor like we just did. And we're going to try and draw the chest towards the feet. So it's the same as our downward dog, just with the elbows down, forearms parallel to the side of the mat. Send the tailbone home. We're breathing here. So doing a bit of extra shoulder work today. 2 more breaths. Next inhale, calming back up onto the palms if you're in dolphin. We're going to bend the legs deeply and pad our way up to the top of the mat into our forward fold. Feet hip width apart, and we're swaying here. So bend one knee then the other if you wish. Hold the elbows or hands to the floor. Make sure the head is heavy so we're not looking at the mat. We're looking between the legs. Wonderful. So coming to have the feet slightly closer together. So maybe the big toes touch heels an inch apart, or feet about fist distance apart. So we're going to take our flat backs here and we flow in and out. So we're going to inhale, lift your heart through the arms, find your flat back. And as you exhale, fold more deeply. Inhale, flowing up to your flat back. And exhale, folding deeply. And continue with your own breath and your variation of flat back. So this is a great way to lengthen the spine, the hamstrings, backs of the knees. Just 2 more of these. One more inhale. And exhale, folding deeply, bend the knees, rolling up through a rounded spine. And you can take some time around the shoulder blades. You can pause there, rock side to side slightly. Give the muscles a stretch. So we opened with a lot of shoulder blade work until you come to standing. Hands to heart center in prayer. Big toes touch heels apart. So we're going to take our hatha sequence. We'll just do it twice. Once right, once left. First round nice and slow. Just getting the hips open. And then we're going to start our flow practice. Just take a moment to ground yourself. So when we move quite quickly, the energy can end up being quite up above the sort of the space of the heart. So remembering every time we exhale to ground ourselves down. And we're ready to move. Our next inhale, sweep the arms down, out and up, looking up. And exhaling for a forward fold. Inhale, one breath, find your flat back. And exhale, step back with the right foot, right knee shin, top of the foot comes down. Take a moment, set up your lunge. And next inhale, sweep up with the arms. Each exhale, drawing the pelvis down. It's left hip back, right hip forward, shoulder blades down the back. We're going to take another inhale to lift the heart, pausing for the exhale. One more inhale. And exhaling, let's find our high plank. Hold the high plank just for the inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. All the way to the tummy. Untuck the toes, inhale, draw the heart through to your first proper back bend. Maybe take a wriggle at the top, an extra breath here. And exhaling, hips high, downward dog. One extra inhale. Exhale, right foot forward. Left knee, shin, top of the foot down. Set up your base and then inhale, sweeping up. So length of the spine as you inhale. Exhale, soften into those hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Next inhale, we lift the heart. Pause for the exhale, sink low. One more inhale, a little more height. And exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and roll up to standing. Hands to heart center in prayer. So do the left side a bit quicker. One more inhale. And exhale, let's flow. Exhaling, arms down, reaching up. And exhaling to fold. Inhale, find your flat back. And exhale, left foot back. We're just going to take one inhale to sweep the heart open. And exhaling all the way to Chaturanga. Inhale up to your back bend. And exhale, hips high. 2 breaths here this time. One more inhale. And exhale, left foot forward. It's just one inhale to open your heart. And exhale, step forward. Forward fold. Inhaling, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and we're going to roll up through the spine, coming to standing. So take a quick pause here. So now when we start our flow, it's a simplified sun salutation. So without the lunges, we step, walk or jump back to high plank. And continue from there. Ready to move. One more inhale. Remembering every exhale, grounding down. And we sweep down, out and up. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your flat back and step, walk or jump. High plank, exhaling, Chaturanga. Inhale through to Cobra. And exhale, hips high, downward dog. We'll take one inhale here. And exhale, it's right foot forward. Inhaling, sweep your left arm forwards, up and open. Find your warrior two. Exhale, sit low. So just 2 breaths. One more inhale, exhale. Flip your front palm, reach forward, up and over the head. Reversed warrior. And exhale, hands to the mat. So we're keeping moving. Inhale to Cobra. And exhale, hips high, downward dog. We'll take one inhale. Bend the knees deeply, step, walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. And now we dive up one piece, inhale. And as we exhale, straight down. Inhale, flat back. Step, walk or jump. Chaturanga. Through to Cobra. And exhale, hips high. One inhale here, and as we exhale, it's left foot forward. Right arm sweeps forwards, up and open, land into warrior two. 2 breaths here. Run through your checklist of alignment. Exhaling, flip the front palm, reach forward, up and over the head. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the mat. High plank, come through Chaturanga. Through to Cobra. And exhale, hips high, downward dog. We'll take one inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. Step, walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhale is your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, dive up one piece. We continue to flow. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Step, walk or jump. High plank to Chaturanga. Inhale through to Cobra, maybe upward dog. Exhale, hips side, downward dog. We'll take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Remembering if you need to rest, downward dog or child's posture. One more deep inhale. Exhale. A breath in. And exhale, let's step forward, right foot. Left arm sweeping forwards, up and open. Find warrior two for one breath. Another deep inhale. And then we bend our right elbow, take it to the right thigh. Left arm reaching up, 2 breaths here. Keep the flow so the heart is opening. Next, inhale back to warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach forward, up and over the head. Deep breath. And exhale, hands to the mat. High plank, coming through chaturanga. Maybe upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. A deep inhale. And exhale, bending the knees. Step, walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we're folding deeply. And inhale, diving up. One piece. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Step, walk or jump. High plank to chaturanga. It's all on one exhale. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, hips high. One inhale here. Exhale, left foot forward. Now inhale, sweep the right arm forwards, up and open. Find warrior two for the exhale. Deep inhale, bend the left elbow to the left thigh. Right arm to the ceiling, 2 breaths. One deep inhale, coming back, warrior two. Exhale, flip the front palm. Inhale for reversed warrior. And exhale, hands to the mat, high plank. Coming through chaturanga. Upward dog. And hip side, downward dog. One inhale here. Exhaling, bend the knees. Step, walk or jump. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. And we dive up one piece, we're halfway. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, find your flat back. Step, walk or jump. High plank to chaturanga. Coming through maybe upward dog. And exhale, hips high. So 3 deep Ujjayi breaths here. So this is our active rest. One more deep inhale, exhale. Inhaling next, exhale, step forward, right foot. Left arm sweeping up and open. So setting up a warrior two. On the exhale, we'll inhale, straighten that right leg. Pause here for the exhale. Inhale, right arm reaches up, so we're coming to Trikonasana. Send your hips to the back and it hinges you forward, exhaling all the way down. And we take 3 breaths here when we arrive. Wonderful. Next, inhale, floating up. Exhaling, finding your warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach forward, up and over the head. Reversed warrior. And exhale, hands to the mat. High plank, coming through chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We'll just take 1 inhale here. Bend your knees deeply as you exhale. Step, walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold and dive up one piece. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, step, walk or jump. High plank, 1, exhale all the way to chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. We just take 1 breath in, and on the exhale, it's left foot forward. Inhale, right arm up and over. Land into warrior two for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Take a pause as we exhale, setting up Trikonasana. Inhale, left arm up. Lengthen the whole of the left side, and as we exhale, hinging forwards, hips to the back of the room. And there's no more space, take your Trikonasana. 2 more breaths here. Wonderful. Inhaling, floating up. Exhale, we've pressed down, warrior two. Check your alignment. Flip your front palm, reach forward. Inhale up and over the head, side stretch. And exhale. High plank to chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. One inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, step, walk or jump. Top of the mat, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And dive up one piece, it's our last set. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Step, walk or jump. One exhale all the way to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips high. Downward dog. One inhale here. Exhaling to step forward, right foot. Now it's left arm. Sweeping forwards, up and open. Landing into warrior two. We take 2 breaths here. One more deep inhale, exhale. Now arms behind the back. We take an inhale here, lift your heart high. And as you exhale, hinging forward, warrior two. We haven't done this for a while. Right shoulder inside of right knee. For 3 breaths. One more deep inhale, exhale. Inhaling, floating back up for warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach forward, up and over the head, reversed warrior. And exhaling all the way to high plank, chaturanga. Upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. One inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Step, walk or jump, top of the mat. Inhaling for the flat back. Exhale, fold. And then the next inhale, dive up one piece. So last time, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, step, walk or jump. High plank, coming through chaturanga. Upward dog, hips high to downward dog. Just one inhale, and as you exhale, left foot forward. Inhaling, right arm up and open, finding warrior two. For a breath. Taking the arms behind the back, deep inhale, lift your heart high. And as you exhale, hinging forward, find warrior two. Head is heavy. So even though we only have 2 more breaths here, try and surrender to the posture. One more deep inhale, exhale. Inhaling back up. Finding warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach forward, up and over the head. Deep inhale. And exhaling, high plank through chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra to downward dog. We'll take 2 breaths here. One more deep inhale, exhale. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees. Step, walk or jump top of the mat, and we stay in our forward fold. Sigh it out. You can take a sway of the hips. So we're going to start to bring the energy down. So taking hold of the big toes with the index and middle finger. Take a deep inhale, bend the knees, looking forward, flat back. And as you exhale, diving down with the crown of the head, working towards straight legs, shoulder blades down the back. And breathing here. So try and maintain those lovely long slow breaths in and out of the nose. So you're welcome to stay in the big toe grab if you'd like to come to gorilla, sliding the palms of the hands under the feet, palms are face up, toes up to the wrist creases, bend the knees deeply, inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, diving down again, elbows moving to the sides this time, lift the kneecaps, draw up the thighs, Shoulder blades pulling down the rib cage. Space for those ears. Let the head be heavy, not looking at the floor. Look between the legs. Maybe nod the head and shake the head. One more deep inhale, exhale. Releasing the toes or taking the hands from under the feet. Bend your knees. We're going to roll up through the spine, coming to standing. Big toes touch, heels an inch apart, hands to heart center in prayer. We'll just take a moment here. Let the blood pressure settle again. We're upside down. And we're going to take our balance posture and we'll do our wide-legged forward fold. So lifting up under the buttocks, get up onto your hips. Let's flow. We're going to lift up. I was going to do the arms first, then we're going to peel the right foot from the floor, taking it either to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. So we're working that right knee back and lift up onto this left hip. So that's under that buttock. Get up on top. So I've said before, this is how ballerinas stay balanced to do their pirouettes. Pressure between the sole of the right foot and the standing leg. And we're breathing here. So we're really going to work these shoulder blades now. We're going to exhale, sweep the arms the long way around, down, out, and up. And as the arms come up to that 45-degree position, let's draw the shoulder blades under the back. You see what happens? It lifts your chest at the front, frees your heart. Keep lifting under the left buttock, right knee back. So there's lots going on. And then rotate the little fingers forward. We're going to take an inhale to lift the gaze and see how light you can make the front of the chest by really drawing the shoulder blades in and down. It's almost like someone's holding you up. And don't fight the wobbles. If you're wobbling, just let them resolve naturally. The body knows what it's doing. We're going to take another deep inhale here. And with control, the hands come through center, which draws the gaze down. And we place the right foot to the mat. Give the legs a bounce. Just notice if you end up with pain in this left knee, which I did for many years when you've been balancing, you're locking back into the knee. So you need to take a micro bend. So just notice that and then try and make a difference on the right side. Here we go. Inhaling, peeling the left foot from the mat. Taking it to the ankle, the calf or inner thigh, just not the knee. Left knee drawing back. Pressure between that left sole of the foot and the standing leg. Deep inhale here. Exhaling, arms down, out and up. And as they come up to 45, free your heart. Get up onto that right hip, under the buttock. Lift the gaze, rotate the little fingers forward and draw those shoulder blades in and down. And feel the freedom of the front of your chest, of your heart. So this is the same movement as when we're doing the flat backs and we're trying to draw the heart through the arms. So working the front edge of the spine, we're going to take another deep inhale. And exhale, hands are coming back through center. They right your gaze. And then with control, left foot comes down. Give the legs a little pulse. And again, just check if there was pain in that right knee. Maybe you're working with sway backs. Wonderful. So hands to our hips. Let's step it out wide. We're going to come for our wide-legged forward folds here. So pigeoning the toes, so they're pointing diagonally inwards as much as you can. We're going to take a deep breath in here. Sorry, my hip's getting cramped. Deep inhale, lift your heart high, pressure down in the hands, lift the gaze, then tuck the chin, but keep your heart up and hinge forward. Your chest is going to come back into alignment as you hit 90 degrees, and we're breathing here 5 deep breaths. You can have a bend in the knees, just check if you're pushing back into sway backs. Now each inhale, lengthen out of the waist. If you want, you can free your arms and have them parallel to the earth. If you're comfortably here, move your weight forward slightly into your toes so that the heels are a bit lighter. One more deep inhale, really fly out of that pelvis. And as we exhale, folding forward, hands are coming to the mat. So either walking them back between the feet, you can hold the ankles or the big toes. So again, let's just check, are we locking back into sway back? Maybe we need to take a micro bend or a bigger bend in the knees. Lifting the thighs, so draw the kneecaps up. And we're breathing here. So each exhale, we're trying to draw the crown of the head to the mat. Maybe your crown lands. One more deep inhale, exhale here. And then we're going to bend the knees, toe heel the feet slightly closer together, and roll up through a rounded spine, coming to standing. So bringing the feet closer in still. So we want them about, I think that's about 2.5 feet, 3 feet from each other, facing diagonally out. So we're working on our goddess posture. So arms are cactus. So upper arms parallel with the earth and forearms going straight up. I don't know what the word is for that. I'm not going to stress myself. And we're going to take a deep inhale here. And I really want you to focus today. As you sit down, keep the tailbone going under. So we don't want to stick the tailbone out like this. We want to slide down as though we're sitting against a wall. So that's how we're going to work. Deep inhale and exhale, sitting low. So this is the beginning of our posture. We're going to take 5 breaths here. So knees are going towards the middle toe. So really working that external rotation. We're going to inhale, tuck the tailbone under. As you exhale, let's squeeze down another inch. Deep inhale, so tuck your tailbone. Just notice if you're really sticking your bum out. Exhale, sit low. Deep inhale here. And exhale, sitting low. One more. Exhale. Next inhale, squeeze it up. Sorry, I almost lost the power of speech. Coming back to standing. Give those hips a wiggle. I don't know about you, but that's a strong one for me. Next inhale, let's step to the top of our mat. We'll just take a breath here. Hands to heart center in prayer. So we're going to make our way down to the mat. Simplified salutation. Inhale, sweeping the arms down, out and up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, let's find a flat back. And exhale, let's just walk the feet back to a high plank. Hold the high plank for the inhale. Exhaling, lowering down. Chaturanga. So untucking the toes. So we're going to draw the heart through into a gentle back bend. So you can begin with a gentle uplift. Inhaling. So we're going to have 2 variations today. So you can take Sphinx posture if you wish. So this is to have the biceps close into the rib cage, elbows are under the floor, and we want a straight line from the shoulder to elbow. Forearms are parallel to the edges of the mats like we've done a couple of times in Dolphin. And we're breathing here. Each inhale trying to draw the heart through. So everything below the buttocks is relaxed. Lift the lower belly. So you're welcome to stay here. Working the shoulder blades down the back. If you want to come to a higher posture, we take seal. So hands are pointing out at 45 degrees. Arms are straight. Lower belly is lifted, but buttocks and everything lower is relaxed. So we're breathing here. We're doing the same motion as in Sphinx. So shoulder blades down the back. And we're not trying to look up. Keep the neck in line, looking down. And you can walk your hands slightly closer to you. So there should be no pinching in the lower back. And we're breathing here. So this is a deep front of the spine opener. If you wish, you can take a gaze over the right shoulder very gently. Back to center. Maybe a gaze over the left shoulder. Shoulders are back. Heart is proud. One more inhale. And exhaling, gently lowering out of this posture. And we're going to push ourselves up. So be very mindful as you move now. We're going to round out the back. So taking a traditional child's posture. Knees together, big toes together. Resting back, and we're resting the forehead to the mat and backs of the forearms to the floor, backs of the hands to the floor. Round out your spine. One more deep inhale, exhale here. And we're going to lift up again to tabletop. We're just going to take a cow and cat posture here, just to continue counteracting our sphinx or our seal posture. So inhale, just gently drop your belly, drop your chest. Feel how much freer the spine is this way. And then exhale, rounding up into the spine. We'll take an extra breath in our cat. Give it a wriggle. You can slide slightly back with the hips and forwards. That feels lovely. And then coming to a neutral spine. So we're going to take our hip openers here. So I've been instructing that if you know half pigeon and you can take yourself there safely, please do. I'm just not comfortable to instruct that over Zoom because, you know, the alignment is very particular for lots of them, but especially for half pigeon. Otherwise, we're going to take the left foot forward. So starting on the left leg, set up a good long lunge. You should be nice and warm, leaning into the right palm, turning the left toes out to 10 o'clock. And we're going to use that left hand to guide the hip open. So on the blade edge of the left foot, flex the toes towards the knee. And we're breathing here. You can take twists of the spine, find the juicy spot. So it'll be different for each of us. You can even walk your hands over to the right. So see where needs your attention. So we're going to do two postures here. So if you've come into half pigeon, you stay there for both of them. If you're in the version I'm doing, you can come down onto the forearms and breathe here. Wonderful. So if you're in pigeon, please do stay there. Everyone else, we're going to lift up onto the palms. You can also stay in this first stretch if you wish. We're coming for lizard or dragon. It has different names in different practices. So bringing the left foot square to the front of the mat now, pointing directly forward now. So in parallel, left knee is right into the shoulder and the hands are just in front of that left foot. So this may be your stretch, your lizard stretch. We're going to take a deep inhale, try and lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we're aiming to take the forearms to the mat. So you can take as many cushions as you need or blocks. Blocks are more stable if you have them. And we're breathing here. If you want to deepen, depending on your practice, you can straighten your right leg so the knee is up. So take it where you're comfortable. If you're in half pigeon, breathe. That's the only instruction I can give you. Just maintain those lovely, long, slow yogic breaths. Wonderful. So if you're in pigeon, staying where you are. If you're in lizard with me, coming up onto the palms of the hands. So we're going to add an extra posture. We're going to keep the left heel where it is and send the pelvis backwards. So we're coming into our hamstring stretch here. So we're aiming to have the right hip directly above the right knee. So this should be in a right angle, and you can have your fingertips to the mat, cushions, blocks. You can be upright with your hands to your hips. Keep this left thigh engaged. So we're going to breathe here, trying to send our heart towards the left big toe. Flex that foot strongly. This is a deep stretch. Another deep inhale here. And then we exhale, drop the head, rounding towards that leg. That feels very nice. Can be a strong posture, so just follow your body. If it's telling you no, move away. We're just going to stay for 4 more breaths. Wonderful. Next inhale, let's ease out of the hamstring stretch coming forward. If you're in pigeon, safely bringing yourself out. And we're going to take the left leg back, give it a bit of a shake. And then bring the right foot forward when you're ready. Coming to the other side. So we're going to turn our right toes out to 2 o'clock. So if you're coming into pigeon, take your time, nice and gentle. And flex the right toes up towards the knee and use the right hand to ease open into that hip. Take any movements that feel good for you. Let's get these hips open. And again, you can walk your hands over to the left side. Now keep the knee on the right side opening up. Just get into your side waist. Or you can come down onto the forearms. So over time, as we start to learn all the different possibilities in a posture, we can take more ownership of our practice. What does the body need? And really listening to what it needs and not what the mind and the ego wants. Wonderful. If you're in pigeon, staying there, otherwise lifting up onto the hands, we square the right foot to the front of the mat. So the toes are pointing directly forward. Right knee is into the shoulder. And we take the hands in front of the right foot. I'm going to take a deep inhale to lengthen the spine. And then we're aiming to come down onto the forearms. So using the blocks or cushions if you have them. Or you can just have the elbows moving towards the floor. So finding your posture. It's easier with support. It's easier to get into the hip and to let go rather than being on the hands with the elbows floating, because the body won't relax in that posture. If you want to deepen on this side as well, you can straighten the left leg so the knee is off the floor. That's the next step in this posture. One more deep in and out if you're with me. If you're in pigeon, staying there. And we're going to inhale up onto the palms of the hands. So keeping the right heel where it is, we're going to send the pelvis back until the right leg is straight. So what you might notice is then if you've come too far back over this hip, you might just need to bring the right heel forward an inch. You can either have your hands to the hips, to blocks, or fingertips to the mat. And we're going to send our heart to the right big toe. So you'll feel as you do that, the whole of the hamstring, the back of the knee, the calf, the Achilles on the right side are being opened. Draw that right hip back for good alignment. Two more breaths here. One more deep inhale. And as we exhale, let the head fall towards the shin or the mat, surrounding the back. And feel how the stretch shifts around, maybe into the glutes, the lower back. So long as there's nothing electric, anything tingly, buzzy going on, you should be okay. But also you can leave this posture out. One more deep inhale, exhale. And the next inhale, let's ease forward out of this posture. If you're in pigeon, bringing your way out nice and safely. We'll take that right foot back, give it a shake. Wonderful. So we're just going to sit into thunderbolt posture for a moment. So walking the hands back towards us, knees are together, big toes together. And let's sit up high. With each exhale, see if we can relax our buttocks down a bit more. One more deep inhale. And now we're going to make our way down. So we're going to finish our class in a more traditional way. It's taking the hands to the mat in front of you, just hinge forward from the waist. So we're going to snake our way to our bellies. So we're going to try and send our chin to the floor as close to the knees as we can. And then we're going to slide the chin and the hands along the floor. Stick your bum out. One last articulation of the spine to come to lie on our belly. Stretch out the right arm and roll over onto your back. Let's draw the knees up to the chest and give them a really nice big hug in. So we haven't done our happy baby for a long time in these classes. So let's go there. So straightening up the legs, or just lifting up the feet, sorry. Grabbing hold of the big toes. So we're trying to keep the sacrum, the whole of the lower back, into the mat. If you're rounding your bum towards you to get the toes, maybe just hold the ankles or behind the knees. So we want to feel the whole back in touch with the mat. And pulling the feet towards us. We'll rock side to side. Now we're here, I don't want to stop. I just want to stay in happy baby, enjoying this rocking. We're going to take one more deep inhale here, and then take the soles of the feet to the floor. We're going to bring the heels close to the buttocks, and knees are about fist distance apart again. And now for this next exercise, for our bridge, just looking at the ceiling, resist the urge to look left or right, really protect your neck. Palms of the hands are face down by the buttocks, and you have two options here. When we roll up, you're either going to lift into your bridge and stay and breathe, or you're going to roll up and down as you inhale, exhale. It's really up to you what will serve your back, your body best this morning. And our next inhale, tilt the tailbone towards you. Come up one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to stay at the top. I feel like a bit of strength building, but if you want to roll in and out, please do. Just be really mindful rolling up and down. Try and land one vertebrae at a time. Be really precise. If you're staying up in bridge, we're going to take 6 more deep Ujjayi breaths. So feel free. You can take your hands under your lower back for a supported bridge. You can take leg raises. You have all these options, but only look at the ceiling. One more deep inhale. And as we exhale, let's roll it down, coming to land pelvis to the mat. So we have an option here. You can hug the knees in and take happy baby. If you know how to safely get into plow posture and you wish to take that, this is the moment. If you don't know plow posture, I wouldn't just have a look and attempt it. I would stay with a happy baby. So if you're in plow, a couple more breaths and then rolling out. Everyone else, let's make our way to our Shavasana. So heels as wide as the mat. Toes are falling out, backs of the hands to the floor, fingers gently curling in. So this is how most asana classes end, with a Shavasana. So take a moment to set up your alignment, maybe lift the tailbone off the floor, tuck it under. Shoulder blades walk down the back. Lift the head, tuck the chin, and then place the head down. And the same with the forearms and wrists. So there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to do. See if you can let go of the breath, the body, the mind, and see how it feels to simply melt into the floor. And there's no technique in that melting, it's just a giving in, a letting go. Feeling the echoes of the practice. So that's the gift of doing asana. It's that vibrance, that health, the wellness. So if you wish to stay in your Shavasana for longer, you're welcome just to be there. And if you need to move, we're going to wriggle our fingers and toes. Take a deeper inhale and a full body stretch. Draw the knees up to the chest. And roll to the right side. So without too much fuss, we're just going to sit up where we are. Don't worry about cushions and blocks. Press into your left hand and come to a comfortable seated posture. And we're simply going to take our hands to heart center in prayer. One hand on the heart, the other hand on top. And then we're simply going to bow our practice out to each other today and say Namaste. Thank you for our practice.